Hello, my beautiful people. How are you? Today I wanted to discuss a successful vasectomy reversal and our journey and how we kind of got here. If you're new to my channel, I do have some previous videos on my husband's vasectomy reversal, our trying to conceive, my difficulty conceiving with being on the depot shot for 2 years, and our struggles at that point. But today we have a beautiful, healthy 7-week-old little baby girl, even though I didn't pick a girl outfit for her today. We're just hanging out outside. Say hi. This is Miss Rayna. She's doing amazing. We're so happy to have her. Hi, big girl. So essentially, November of 2000, I guess it would be 2018. I have to go back and look at that. My husband had his vasectomy reversed after we had a huge life-altering experience in our life where my husband was hit, like T-boned, and he was 15 minutes away from death, unfortunately. He has a 14-inch long incision in his stomach because he had to have investigatory surgery because he was bleeding internally. Broke his collarbone, broke, I think, all of his ribs except for 2, had a deflated lung. It was just awful. So, after that kind of changed our life and our perspective on life, and we realized how much we loved being parents and how much we love parenting with each other and just the whole process of it. And I love being pregnant, and I never thought that, you know, we would have the chance to be able to get his vasectomy reversed and all of those things. So we ended up getting his vasectomy reversed. I went to the doctor prior to that and got cleared, and she said, yeah, you've been spotting every month while being on the depot shot, so that means that your body's like ready and it wants to pick back up and get your cycle going. And I was like, well, perfect. So I just thought that it would be all hunky-dory and that my husband would be the issue, you know, having the vasectomy reversal and it potentially going wrong or something along those lines. Well, we got his semen analysis back and it looked amazing. Everything was great. The doctor said that we should be pregnant very soon. 9 months later, we did end up getting pregnant, but that's essentially like an entire pregnancy right there. 9 months of just trying to conceive. And with Ava and Mila, we just got pregnant instantaneous. So that was very difficult for us to wrap our brains around that, like, why are we having such difficulty with, you know, infertility at the time, and what's going on, and why is my body not working? And here it turns out the depot shot, I was on it when I was younger too, but I guess it didn't affect my body at that point the way that it did when I was older. And I was on it because even though my husband had a vasectomy reversal, I still had extremely awful cycles and I was in a lot of pain when I would get them. So we wanted to, you know, have me not be in pain and all of the above. Needless to say, I will never go on it again. I didn't realize how much it was truly affecting my body, and even my whole pregnancy and beforehand, like when I was getting my emotions back that I didn't know that I had lost, my husband was like, I'm so happy that you're back. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you know, you're so much happier now. You're so much more expressive. You're just you again. And neither one of us really knew, sorry, my dog's over here, Lucy, that I had kind of just been a blank slate there for a little bit. So that was crazy to even wrap my brain around also. And I also kept a lot of weight on because of the depot shot. So it was nice to shed that off before pregnancy, and then got pregnant and gained it all back, but that's okay because we got this beautiful babe out of it. So with our journey, it took 6 months for me to get my cycle back. And then I wasn't ovulating at that point yet either. And so month 8 I ovulated, and month 9 is when we actually conceived Rayna. And I had been using the Ava bracelet. I had been using the ovulation tests, like the strips, doing the basal body temperature, everything. And honestly, and that was for, 9 months. And with the last month, I was just done with all that. And I was like, I'm just going to listen to my body, because all these things are, telling me that I'm going to ovulate or that I'm not ovulating at all. And it was just racking my brain. So month 9, we decided to not listen to those necessarily. And I just listened to my body, and we ended up conceiving that month. So I'm not saying that, once you take your mind off of stressing about it and everything, that it happens. But a lot of times what I've heard is that, once you take your mind off of it and just let nature take its course, that's when you end up conceiving. My husband had a VV on both sides, so that just means that he just had them reattached on each side compared to rerouting. It's like a VE, I think. And with that, the doctor was very happy with what he saw. He said that there was some dead sperm on both sides, so that means that there was still active sperm in there. And it's just amazing at the human body, and that these doctors can put them together, because the tube that they have to put together again is like the strand of a single hair. Can you imagine that? Having to stitch the strand of a single hair back together. I just can't. So our doctor was quite amazing. He actually went to school extra for vasectomy reversal. So we were supposed to get a different doctor, and then he ended up switching our case to him, and he was like, "Are you okay with that?" And we were like, yes, absolutely. If you specialize in this, thank you. Please help us. And he was very optimistic that we would indeed be able to have a baby. So, within 9 months we had Miss Rayna, and Josh has felt great ever since then. He actually used to have pain beforehand with the vasectomy itself, so it's nice to know that the reversal kind of fixed that for him. It would just be sporadic. It wasn't very often. And then I feel so much better now. Obviously I have postpartum stuff going on from time to time, but that is just part of the hormones, and I'm so glad to have my hormones back. Oh my goodness, this man has been able to make me laugh so much, to the point of just crying through my whole pregnancy. He'll just do the silliest things, and I'm just in tears crying and laughing hysterically. And it's so good for our older girls to see that too. We have 2 older girls who are 9 and 10, and they are just loving the baby time, and it's so good for them to see, kind of how hard it is to have a baby, but how rewarding it is also, and the responsibility that goes in with that, and all of the above. So we're just using every opportunity as a learning opportunity for them, and also with household stuff, they're definitely helping me out, which is phenomenal. But yeah, I just wanted to share our vasectomy reversal success story and let you all know that sometimes it can take what feels like forever and years and all of the above, and it's a combination between both of you, that you might not even realize what's going on. And there's some procedures that the women can get to unclog your system. I think it's called an HSG. And I've heard that a lot of women, once they get that done, then they're able to get pregnant. And, you know, just to not give up. I was on the brink of wanting to take medication to try and help to ovulate and all of that. I was just willing to do anything because I just wanted this baby so bad. And we did spend around $10,000 to get his vasectomy reversed. So that's a hard pill to swallow when you're like, okay, you know, I'm spending $10,000 to get this vasectomy reversed, and, you know, in hopes to have another child or multiple, and then kind of go from there. So thankfully it all worked. We just had to have some patience, and we've been getting a lot of questions as to, is my husband going to get his vasectomy, or get a vasectomy again? And the answer to that is no, not at all. For me, I feel like, well, once it's so permanent, then I immediately want another baby, because it's like something that you can't have anymore, you know? But not only that, it's not necessarily fair to him, which I feel awful for. And we want to have multiple more children. So Rayna is our third daughter. My husband would love to have a boy. If you've watched some of our gender reveals and things along those lines, you know that. But we're just always happy with a healthy, happy baby. And my car currently could fit 5 children. So we're gonna stop there and see if we have a boy by 5 children and kind of go from that point. And now this last time I had a natural birth as well. No pain meds, no epidural, no anything. And that was a lot. So I have to wrap my head around doing that again. But the recovery was amazing. So I think I'll probably go natural again. But there's a lot to go into that. So yes, no, we will not be getting another vasectomy. We will just leave it with an open door and kind of see what we're made to have, how many babies we're meant to have. And a cool little fun fact about myself is that I have a brother who is 6 years older than I am. When he was going off to kindergarten, my mom told my dad that she was really wanting another baby and that she was not done. And so they went and had his vasectomy reversed and ended up conceiving me. And then my poor dad, he got the vasectomy done again. But that was amazing at how full circle my life has turned out to be a product of a vasectomy reversal and now have a little girl that is the product of a vasectomy reversal. So to all of you out there, 31 years ago it was done successfully for myself, and now it was done successfully to have Miss Rayna and hopefully many more children. We will keep you updated. She's ready for a nap now, so we're gonna go and do that. But please, if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe to this video. Please leave any comments down below if you would like more content on anything in particular, or more information as to vasectomy reversals or our birth or our family life, anything that you're interested in, and I would be happy to make videos on. And I hope you guys are all enjoying this beautiful summer. Have a good day.